Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kristen and I hope you decide to stick around by hitting that subscribe button. I do upload videos every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. So today I thought it would be fun just to do a get ready with me. Ashley Bates, I know that you requested for me to do a makeup tutorial. Let's be honest, makeup tutorials aren't really my forte, but I thought maybe you would be happy with a get ready with me. I think you were wanting me to do a makeup look on the black smoky eye I had on in my last vlog. I have tried that same look a couple of different ways to try to make it wearable so that I could do a tutorial over it for you, but I'll be honest, like, it just is not, it'll look okay to start with, but it is just not wearing well. It's just, as you've seen in the video, like, it wasn't blended very well into the crease, and it's just not something that I am able to seem to figure out. So I'm sorry. I mean, literally all I had on that day was just black eyeshadow. So it really wasn't anything that exciting. But I've tried to revamp it, put other colors with it, and just try to blend it better and make it look better. And it's just not working for me. I don't know if the black eyeshadow that I have is just like not a good enough quality or what the problem is. But I just don't think I can really make a tutorial over that particular look unless you just want to watch me put black eyeshadow on, which I can do that, but again, it's still not blending very well. But I thought maybe you would like a get ready with me. So girl, this is for you. I hope you enjoy. I hope all of you enjoy. Hopefully this camera angle and setup is okay. I do have a little lamp. I have a lamp on up here so that I can see myself in the big mirror. So hopefully there's not too much of a contrast. I know my ring light has a lighter light to it. And then this one's more of like a yellow color light. So hopefully they're not clashing too much. I think it looks okay here in the viewfinder. So we're just gonna roll with it. I can't tell you. I'm just gonna use a baby sock here and clean my mirror off. Hashtag mom life, right? I can't even wear these anymore. I need to find the mate to it and then like donate it to Goodwill or something after I wash it, because now it's got makeup dust all over it. But yeah, take my jewelry out. I don't know how long this video is going to be, partly because I've completely ran out of foundation. So I'm just going to do my makeup the way that I've been doing it here lately, which isn't anything too exciting, to be honest with you. I like it for summer. I think it's a nice look for summer, but nothing super exciting. Oh, if anybody's wondering about this shirt, I get so many compliments on it. It's so cute. I'm make sure I get all the makeup off my hands. It's got like this cagey look to it. It's gray. I picked it up at the Family Dollar. I hauled it in a Family Dollar haul a couple weeks ago, so I can leave a link to that video down below if you're interested. But that is where it came from. I get so many compliments on it, so thank you so much. And if you're just wondering where it came from, Family Dollar. So I'm taking a Lorac, I think it's Lorac, yeah. Behind the scenes eye primer. I'm just gonna prime my eyes really quickly. So this morning has been rough. Let me tell you what. Like, Mike, which is my husband for anyone who's new, got up at like, I don't know what time he got up, but he had to be at the office by like 8. And we don't live too far from the office, so we'll say he got up at 7 at the latest. I was exhausted this morning. I don't know why, but I was just like, I was sleeping hard and I did not want to get up. And he went into our son's room because he likes to look at him before he leaves, because our kid is so cute when he's sleeping. I understand why, but I wish he'd stop. Because he went in there and was like looking at him, and then he put his music on, which a lot of times when Mike turns the music back on for his mobile, it'll wake him back up. And it's like, why do you do that? Just go in there and look at him and then leave, you know? But he said today what woke him up was because he was laying on top of his blankets, and so he decided to cover him up. And it's like, dude, it's middle of summer, he's in footy fleecy PJs. He's good, leave him alone. And of course my husband gets to just turn around and walk out the door. So my ass had to get out of bed at like 7 in the morning. And like I said, I was just sleeping hard and I did not want to get up. So I was in a mood for the first probably hour. I was not very happy. Kind of slamming things around in the kitchen and kind of grumbling under my breath while making breakfast for my son. Yeah, one of those mornings. And then of course, Levi wasn't making things easy either. I'm just taking the contour color out of my Wet n Wild palette. I'm just going to pop this in the crease of my eye to give it a little bit of dimension. But Levi, which is my son, wasn't making things easy either. He's a year old, and here recently he's really started to try to like test his boundaries. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. It's kind of hard, but I'm trying to make sure you guys can see me. Anyways, he's really been kind of testing his boundaries with some things. Like he's trying to, like yesterday, he kept trying to pull my laptop off of the end table in the living room. And we have like these little hooks above his changing station that we lay his clothes out on, like we hang them on. So we hang his jammies up, and then we hang up his outfit for the next day. And I had him in there this morning trying to change him, and he's like trying to pull his outfit off. And then while I was trying to change him, he kept trying to like wrap his legs around my arm and just like completely fighting me on putting his outfit on for the day, which was making things hard. So it's been really difficult trying to figure out like how do you handle that. And like I'm not against spanking. That's how I grew up. I grew up getting spanked, but I didn't think at a year old I'd have to start spanking him. And of course, I'm not like really busting his butt like you'd think with a traditional spanking. But yesterday with my laptop, I did end up spanking him. Because like I can't afford to replace a new laptop. And like 3 times in a row, like repetitively in a row, like I would move him. I'd be like, no, you can't play with this. I'd pick him up and move him, give him a different toy, redirect him. We did that 3 times in a row, and each time he turned around and went right back for my laptop, trying to pull the cords, trying to pull it down. At one point he did actually pull it off of the not the entertainment center, off of the end table, but it like we had like this little baby chair thing. It's like one of those like vibrating rocking baby chairs, and he pulled it down and it slid into that. Thankfully it didn't like hit the floor, but he did manage to pull it down once. That was like the 2nd time he got over there, he pulled it down, and that's when I got a little more stern with him. And then the 3rd time happened, and again just moved him, redirected him, and then the 4th time happened, and on the 4th time I popped his hand and he laughed at me. Like, okay. Then the 5th time happened, and I popped his butt, and that got his attention, and he cried and seemed to detour him from messing with it for a little bit, and then he went back for a 6th time, and I popped him on the butt again, and he cried, and then he never went back to it. I seen him thinking about going back for a second. He turned around and looked at it and kind of got like in that area, but not super close, just kind of sat there. I could just see him thinking about it, and then he turned around, crawled away, and went to something else. So like it worked, and like I said, I'm not like beating him. He's got a diaper on, so it's not like it's like that painful. It's like a whop, like one pop on the butt. But I feel bad for it. I mean, I guess, you know, it was what my parents always said, is it hurts me more than it hurts you, you know? But I didn't think at like a year old I would have to start doing this. I figured he'd be older, but here we are, and it seems to be the only thing that's working. There's been other times he's done stuff, and I thought, okay, well, I'll just pop his hand. I'll, you know, give him a little pop on the hand, because that's what my mom did to me. She'd pop my hand when I was like his age, and she said that it always got my attention, and it always worked. He laughs at me. He thinks it's funny. It doesn't register with him at all that like I'm trying to tell him no. And I never go directly to hitting. I'm always like trying to redirect him and be like, oh, let's play with this and let's move it away. But when he keeps coming back at it, you know, you gotta figure something out. And especially when it's such an expensive piece of equipment. I mean, well, my laptop's probably really not that expensive, but like we can't afford to go get a new one if he breaks this one. This is just a sampler I got from Ipsy a long time ago. It's from Urban Decay Fireball eyeshadow is what it's called. And it switches from like a pink to an orange supposedly. I don't see it. I think it's just all the way around a pink color, all day every day pink. But supposedly it shifts depending on the way the light hits it. But I just think it's a really pretty color, great for summer, something light and mild. And I just like to pack it all over the lid. Yeah, that's just kind of how it was yesterday. And then this morning, like I said, he kept like wrapping his arm around my leg while I was trying to get him dressed. And I was just in a mood this morning, like short-tempered and just not feeling it. And I kept telling him no, and I kept pulling his leg down and telling him no and telling him no. I don't know how many times I told him no and to stop wrapping his leg around me, but he wasn't listening. And so I pinched him, and I really feel like shit over that one. I don't know that I necessarily handled that situation the way that I should have. Great things to be talking about if there's anybody out there that's new. I didn't know what else to do, and like I could not get his clothes on him because he kept trying to wrap his leg around my arm when I was like trying to button everything. He has like a little outfit that like buttons down the front and buttons across the legs, and he was just fighting me so hard on it. And so I gave him a pinch on the leg, the one that he kept wrapping around me, which again, like I kept telling him no, stop, don't do that, and it just wasn't working. So I pinched him and he cried a little bit, then he stopped wrapping his arm around my leg, and like, he didn't cry very long, like a few seconds, and he was over it and he laid there like I wanted him to do. But I don't know, I just have inner conflict when it comes to, I guess, spanking my kid, trying to get him to mind. Like it works, it's obviously working, but I don't know, I just have conflict with it. And I guess it's part of being a parent, right? Like you gotta figure out what works, what doesn't work, and I don't know, all that fun stuff. So face primer today is L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Face, and it comes in like this little pot. I don't know if anybody else has seen this out there. It's like a little white, it's like a pinky white color. Kind of like a mousse almost. I've been enjoying it, but I feel like it's one of those that you have to like press into the skin. I've heard people talk about having primers that like peel on them and turn into like little balls. I have not had that happen with this primer. I've actually never had that happen with any primer. But if it was gonna happen with a primer, I feel like it would be this one. But just because of the way the texture is, but I've always just kind of pushed it into the skin, which I've seen people who have had that problem with their primers like peeling on them and rolling on them. I've always seen them talk about pushing it into the skin, which is how I've always done this one, so I've never had a problem with it like rolling, you know? So got like a pimple coming up right there. I also don't put this primer all over my face the way I do my favorite e.l.f. primer. This one I just concentrate in more like problem areas, I guess. So like the T-zone, forehead, nose, cheeks, and my chin area. And then with a big fluffy brush, it's not really that big, the fluffy brush, I like to take the lighter shade there in the Wet n Wild palette and just dust that all over my face. Just kind of set my face, I guess, even though I don't have any foundation on. Part of it's habit, and part of it is that I feel like it keeps, like during the day if I like sweat or anything, it kind of like absorbs all of that. But having the primer on gives the powder something to cling to. So that's just kind of what I've been doing. I feel like my skin has been looking pretty nice overall. I do have a couple pimples right here, but otherwise nothing to complain about. So I don't feel like I super need foundation, but I am going to be placing an order with Avon at the end of the week because I would like to have some foundation. So I'm kind of excited because I've got a little bit of money from Poshmark. So I'm kind of going to splurge a little bit and buy a handful of different things from Avon. So I'm going to be having an Avon haul, so definitely keep an eye out for that because that will be coming. Oh, if anybody is wondering where my son is right now, he's currently in his Johnny jumper in the living room, which is like right outside the door, and he's watching Mickey Mouse. So he's quite happy in there. The other thing I like about doing it like this is that all of my freckles right through here still show, and if I use foundation, then it covers all of that up. So I don't know about you guys, but I like my freckles and I like it when they show. So coming back in with this same powder, but going in on the contour side, I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze my face a little bit. This palette seriously gets a lot of use from me. I've hit pan now on both sides. The bronzer is like a much smaller amount, like it's a much smaller speck there of pan, but I've still hit pan. I wish that they sold just the lightening powder. What is that powder called? It's a highlight illuminating powder. I wouldn't call it a highlight, but definitely an illuminating powder. It just kind of brings a nice brightening to your face, which I really like. Obviously, with how much pan I've hit on that side. So if you guys have been watching my vlogs, then you know that, and this is kind of going like way off subject, but you know that I got sued from a company a while back over some credit card debt, and that has finally all been resolved. As you know, if you've been following those vlogs, you knew that I went ahead and paid the debt like as soon as I got sued over it. But I finally got the cease and desist paperwork in the mail from the city court saying that, you know, that they have finally dismissed the case and I don't owe court fees, which is fantastic. I was really afraid that I was going to. At least so far, I don't think I owe court fees. Like, I've gotten 2 letters on it. I got one letter saying that the company that I had the debt with filed a cease and desist thing with the courts, and then I got the final thing from the court saying that the lawsuit was being thrown out or whatever, and they were stopping it, and my leg is falling asleep. It's really uncomfortable. And none of it said anything about me owing anything, so I mean, I guess I could still end up getting a bill in the mail, but at this point, I don't think it's gonna happen. And this is the NYX mascara. It's an eyebrow mascara, tinted brow mascara. And I think it's just like a taupey brown. It's a really light color. It doesn't do a whole lot for like filling in my brows, but it just kind of holds them all in place, because my brows go crazy, so something to kind of tame them down is necessary. Just a little bit of black eyeliner in the tight line up here. Okay, I've got the black on the rim of my eye. I like to do my upper lash line with the black liner just because it gives them a look of being fuller. I'm really not someone who wears false lashes too often. It's just not my thing. This mascara is like it's a long comb mascara, but I don't remember what it's called and all the writing is worn off, so I really can't tell you about that, so I'm sorry. If I've used anything that you guys are interested in, I will have it linked down below if I can. Obviously, like this mascara, I can't link it because I don't know what it is. I mean, I can get on the Lancome site and see if I can identify the packaging, but if they have like more than one in the same packaging, then I'm not gonna know what it is. Yeah, definitely check the bottom bar if there's anything that you're interested in. I love it. I think it does a beautiful job. I love how it just like pops my lashes out. So like yesterday, I think it was, Tati uploaded a whole video that reviewed the Avon Mega Effects mascara. I was thinking about doing a review on this, but now that she has her review up, I don't know that I want to do a review, because what she said would pretty much be exactly what I was going to say. I love that mascara for the bottom lash line. It does a fantastic job, but the handle on it looks like a paintbrush, and it's a pain in the ass to use for the top lashes, and that's pretty much exactly what she said. So, I mean, if you guys want me to still do a review on it, let me know and I will, but I feel like what she said is what I would say, so I don't know that I have anything to say. I'm using my Hard Candy Fast Setting Spray. Let that dry, and that's pretty much this makeup look. I really don't wear much lip products anymore. They're not really my thing. I like the color of my natural lips. I do use a little bit of chapstick. This one's Sugar Cookie. That's all I do. I'm kissing babies. I'm kissing my husband. I don't got time to be touching up my lipstick. I like no fuss makeup, okay? I don't need to be reapplying stuff throughout the day. But put my eyebrow ring back in. I've lost my nose ring, okay? My little nose stud, I lost it. I can't find it. I dropped it in the bathroom and I can't find it. So I've been actually I went like 3 days without wearing anything in my nose at all. And last night I went ahead and put in a nose hoop because I was afraid that, this thing is proving really difficult to get in. I was afraid that my hole was gonna close up, and it almost had. Like, I thought I wasn't gonna be able to get the hoop in. Thankfully I was, so I wore it all last night, but now my nose is really sore from the hoop. Those hoops just, me and them nose hoops just don't get along. So I went ahead and took that out for the day. I'll probably put it back in again tonight, and then on payday, on Friday, I will be buying a new nose hoop. So that is my look for today. I normally finish off with some hand lotion, but it's like on the other side of the room, so I'll get that here in a second. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video and hanging out with me. Don't judge me too harshly for spanking. You gotta do something with your kids, right? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you pro spanking? Are you anti spanking? I might be opening up like the floodgates for a horrible debate. And if you don't do spanking, what do you do to correct the behavior and redirect your kid? Because I would love to know, like, honestly. Because like I said, like, spanking's obviously working, but I feel really conflicted with doing it. So feel free to leave that down below, because I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like everything I'm trying is not working except for the spanking. So if anyone has any suggestions for something else, feel free to leave that down in the comments down below. But otherwise, I really hope you guys have enjoyed hanging out with me. Thank you so much for coming and spending time with me and watching my video. I really do appreciate every single one of you. You don't know the difference you have seriously made in my life. It's insane the effect that YouTube has on somebody. Like, I don't know how to word that correctly, but it's, excuse me, I'm getting choked. It's powerful stuff, man. It seriously is. Just getting to connect with you guys, and the support you guys give me is amazing. So thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with me. I cannot talk today. So I hope you guys have had an awesome day. Again, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.